Expert panels confirm that the violet glow jellyfish sold by the defendant has caused a significant negative impact on the local ecology and seriously disrupted the normal activities of native underwater organisms. The evidence is conclusive, and the defendant has been declared guilty of the crime of ecological destruction. Oh, wait, I really didn't know anything. I wasn't the one who released them. In light of the defendant's lack of conscious criminal intent, the defendant is hereby specially permitted to make amends for their crime. If the defendant could retrieve all violet glow jellyfish within the designated waters within a certain time limit, certain sanctions may be waived. Retrieve? How can I possibly do that? Could you please reconsider? Even a bigger fine would do. Please see the appendix for details on the time limit. Sir, there is no use in trying to negotiate with me. Furthermore, you are wasting your precious time trying to argue when you could be coming up with a retrieval plan instead. Those people just bought jellyfish and released them everywhere. I'm no good at swimming. How am I supposed to retrieve them? I knew I shouldn't have sold them. The guards will continue to investigate those who released them without permission, but in any case, you were the one who bred these jellyfish, and you were the one who sold them off to the record. The one who failed to remind buyers not to release them was also you. Frankly speaking, the sentence is already quite generous. I should have known better. I should have signed a disclaimer when I sold the jellyfish. Anyway, I hope you'll make use of the generous sentence and rectify the situation. I also hope that the next time we meet, it won't be in the Fortress of Meripede. Cassian despondently watches Agro as we leave.
Oh, you alright? You look quite pale.
Oh, what is this violet glow jellyfish? What is this crime of ecological destruction? You guys heard all that? I'm sorry, but I don't have time to chat right now. I've got to put up a commission at the Adventurers Guild or hire a diver. But putting up a commission takes time, and I don't know how to hire a diver. Am I really going to end up at the Fortress of Meripede?
Kaiton, I'm on smelling a business opportunity. No, an opportunity to help another person.
So you're looking for an adventurer? So you're looking for a diver? Yeah, hang on. Are you saying you're one?
You've got just the right person. Kaiton's the best diver among adventurers.
And the best adventurer among divers. Thank the heavens! Finally a lucky break after ages of bad luck. Mr. Adventurer, please help me. Payment won't be an issue, I promise. Tell me what's going on exactly first.
Yeah, we just saw you get charged with something. It wasn't anything serious, was it? If so, we ain't helping.
No, it was nothing of that sort. You see, I was trained as a researcher in biology, and during one of my recent experiments, I accidentally bred a batch of glowing jellyfish. They were originally meant to be disposed of after I finished my experiment, but I thought they looked rather pretty, so I thought I could sell them as pets for some quick mora. After all, those studying biology don't usually make much mora.
So did you end up making any more?
Well, doing business is certainly easier than doing biology. I did make some mora, but I also brought a lot of trouble upon myself. This was my first time in the pet biz, and I didn't think things through, especially when it came to buyers who bought pets just to release them. My guess is that they felt bad for these little creatures born in a lab and released them as soon as they got their hands on them. Unfortunately, these jellyfish that I specially bred are incompatible with the local ecosystem, especially due to their tendency to gather and glow in clusters. They can easily change the amount of light available in different depths of the water and disrupt the normal activities of other species, thereby impacting the ecological equilibrium.
Wait, so they like gathering and glowing and can impact some kind of equilibrium. Can you put it in a simpler way? Oh, sorry about that. That's just a bad habit of mine. You guys know of those fish species that are only active during the day or night, right? Yeah, I fish for them. Well, the behavior of some underwater creatures is closely tied to the amount of light in the water, and as soon as an unnatural light source is brought into the equation, that behavior is easily disrupted. I used to have peers who did research on fishing with artificial lights. You're getting off track again. Focus on the main points. Please excuse me. Long story short, the guards recently discovered an unusual glow in the waters at various places. After an investigation, they concluded that the glow were light released by clusters of violet glow jellyfish. Although I wasn't the one who released them, I was the one who sold them. They ordered me to clean this mess up, or at the very least, to cut down the jellyfish's numbers to a safe level. I'm a researcher. How could I possibly get into the water? Thank goodness you showed up at the right moment. Otherwise, I would have been able to do nothing, as this bad luck sent me to rock bottom. That does sound pretty unlucky, but you're not exactly innocent either. Mr. Adventurer, please help me. I'm willing to compensate you generously in return. A generous compensation? Crichton, he seems to be trying to make up for his mistake. He's a good guy. Fine. What exactly do I need to do? Thank you so much. The guards are investigating locations where the violet glow jellyfish were released. All you need to do is go to each of the places and catch as many of them as you can. Their range of activity is not large, and they don't move all that quickly either. I believe that an ace diver like yourself should make quick work of them. Well, good sir. Your compliments are quite flattering. It should be pretty easy to spot the jellyfish. Just follow the light and swim around for a bit, and you should be able to find them. I'll always be here, so if there's anything you're unsure of, feel free to come ask me. That is, if I haven't been taken away to the Fortress of Meripede already. Ooh! Collect 35 violet glow jellyfish and complete the challenge. 35, 35, 35. Possibly 35. Possibly 35. 35. Hmm. I love you guys, I really do, but diving squad, diving squad. Characters can collect violet glow jellyfish in retrieval areas during Radiant Harvest challenges. Collect a certain number of them to complete the challenge. The challenge fails if the character leaves the retrieval area. Ooh. Turbulent rings may appear within the retrieval area. Passing through such a ring will cause your character to move quickly over a certain distance. Use these rings to explore the retrieval area easily. Turbulent bubbles may also appear within the retrieval area. Passing through such a bubble will cause your character to swim quickly for a time. Use these bubbles to explore the retrieval area more frequently. After you've stayed within the retrieval area for a while, the light from nearby violet glow jellyfish will seemingly show their positions. Oh, I just have to go through them. Oh, so the clusters count as 5. Monster Roy, but I'm back. You too. Looks like you saved Belay. Thank you. Silly boy. I told you before that there's no need to work so hard at such a dangerous job. Just report it to SDN during the scheduled check-in and have him find someone to deal with it. I taught you out of the goodness of my heart. What did you give me in return? You accused me of not taking work seriously and of neglecting my duties. Now look, what did I say? It was too dangerous for you to deal with. You didn't believe me then, but hopefully you've learned your lesson now. Well, I still don't want to admit you were wrong. I'd really like to hear just what other enlightened opinions you still have to offer. I want to drink some water. And then he dies. Belay finds a water bottle and gulps down several mouthfuls, then breaks up a piece of dry bread and starts chewing. The whole time he's completely focused on eating and drinking, seemingly deaf to the old man's words, regardless of what he says. Whew, at least I'm still alive. Thank you for your help. Were it not for you two, I'm afraid I probably would have left your parents with nothing but survivor benefits. That would still be better than getting fired for causing a huge safety incident and getting fired because I was slacking on the job. You little... nothing I say ever gets through to you. Guys, this may sound a little shameless, but I've got to say it. This is for everybody's safety. I assume the two of you know how to dive, right? Yeah, but... When I was captured by the Hilichurls, I lost my dive suit. Our routine inspections revealed that the spares were defective, and though we've applied for new ones, they haven't been delivered yet. The maintenance of pipelines cannot be delayed. If the two of you know how to dive, then could you please go inspect the fortress pipelines for me? Of course, you'll be well compensated for your work, so don't worry about that. Seeing as this involves everybody's safety, it's not like we can't do it. Inspecting pipelines sounds like a job that should be left to professionals, though. Are you sure about leaving it to us? It's nothing more than a routine checkup. I'm expecting there will be some minor problems, as there were 4 areas at risk for leaks the last time I did an inspection. They shouldn't be that difficult to fix, though. I'll explain it to you. If you notice there's a gas leak in the pipeline, then it was likely caused by an aquatic creature or non-creature object colliding with it. The emergency measure here is to control the flow by adjusting the regulator valve, temporarily stopping the gas leak. That's all you need to do. There's a technique for adjusting the regulator valve. When rotating the handwheel, you must keep an eye on the gas flow volume. If it is decreasing, then you're on the right track. Oh, I don't think she gets it now. Should you have any questions about your job, I will be happy to clarify them for you at any time before you complete the routine inspection. Okay, let's give it a shot. Diving squad, diving squad. course, it's all around the Fortress of Maripede. Yay!
We should see if there's any pipes with gas leaks nearby. So there's a gas leak. If we adjust the regulator valve, it should be okay.
Remember to watch the gas flow. Turning the helium, flow decreases. There we go.
Should be fine now. Let's check out the other places.
Frankly, I need a jellyfish right now.
Be another one leaky pipe nearby. Let's take a look.
aside for now, this third one already powers, but Alliance say there were 4 potential dangerous pipes. Good, this one's fixed now too. Looks like there's no more gas leaks nearby. Let's head back to the wharf. We're back. There were indeed a few small problems, but don't worry, we handled them all by following the instructions you gave us. Your help is truly appreciated. If you hadn't fixed those potential safety risks in a timely manner, it would have been far too late to fix them. What
had we let them fester into a large disaster. This is why I don't see why. And this is why I don't see eye to eye with Monsieur Ivor, though I know that he's taking care of me in his own way. Anyways, thanks again so much for saving my life and for helping with the inspection. Here, please take this as your compensation. Sorry for troubling you here and holding up your journey. I wish you two a safe journey. Oh boy, you suck. I don't exactly know who's in the right here, but I feel like both of you are in the wrong. Opinions, so opinions.
Ha! Cue the spotlight! Step on up! Over here!
A round of applause! Step right up. And voila! Now disappear! Frost is coming! Guess this'll go into my magic pocket. And now I'll make it all disappear. Just kidding.
World design these mecha here. Why are we having the preliminary review here, by the way? Why not conduct a review at the Fontaine Research Institute, you mean? Well, it's because of that huge explosion, of course. The Institute blew up. The roads that led here from the Court of Fontaine were cut off for the most part, not to mention the area around the Institute itself. They're a total mess. This is where Mr. Raimondo's project team was originally located, a place far enough from the center of the explosion to not be greatly impacted by it. You know, meaning lots of people were still alive. You know what I mean? Even though most of the Fontaine Research Institute was destroyed, our offices must continue operating, otherwise who would rebuild it? That's why they had him go back urgently, and also made the decision to seek assistance from adventurers. We are also following the Institute's orders and are here to receive adventurers that come here to apply. Although, many areas around the Institute have been cleaned up, and it's about time we return to our offices. Mr. Choice stated otherwise. There are many things to do, and we should focus on the bigger picture. Stay where you are if possible. And just like that, our tiny office wound up staying right here. I seriously wonder when I'll be able to return to the Institute. I figured it was underground, right? So what's this to do? Is there a secret message? Oh, this is too far ahead. This is number 6. I'm supposed to be looking for number 4. Or 3. No, 4. Life is like a dark comedy. The wise always take orders from fools. I am an amateur actor who is no longer able to play a part on the stage. Cipher letters are useless invention, just the initial skill sample number 2. Oh, that's disappointing.
Guess this'll go into my magic pocket.
I was blind. Hey. I've said this many times, Mrs. Cronier. Rebuilding the Fontaine Research Institute is our only goal right now. You've said the same thing 3 times now. I know all too well that when you guys start repeating things like robots, there's definitely something big that you're trying to hide. Think what you like. As for the numerous issues you mentioned earlier, I suggest you talk to Mr. Raimondo. What? Is he going to tell me all the things that Fontaine Research Institute is hiding? No, but his ways of beating around the bush might be more sincere. But you... Anyway, Miss Cronier, I have my own business to attend to. Then one next in line has been waiting for quite a while now. Hello, how can I help you? Are you Mr. Knacker? Yes, I am. You introduce yourself to Knacker and describe the final review situation. Upon mentioning Desnos, you remember what he told you. Before formally arriving at the Fontaine Research Institute for the final review, Mr. Desnos has first tasked me with being your guard and ensuring your safety. I see. Thank you for applying, Mr. Crichton, and I suppose I must also thank Mr. Desnos' injured leg. Wild around here do pose many dangers, and having an adventurer capable of passing the preliminary qualification review by my side would be a lot safer. I can't act like I didn't hear that. What dangers are there exactly, if I may ask? According to the investigations, lots of archaeum flew out of the Institute when it exploded. Will the uncontrollable archaeum radiate energy? Will it contaminate the surrounding environment? Whoa! Wouldn't this entire area be contaminated then? I suddenly feel somewhat short of breath. That's just your imagination at work. After leaving its catalytic environment, archaeum immediately returns to an inert state. It won't radiate or contaminate anything. It is apparent that Miss Cronier's way of phrasing her concerns brought you unnecessary misunderstandings. Mr. Crichton, may I take another look at your documents? If you really wish to escort me, then we'll have to take something of a detour. I'm going to a few nearby places to review the technological assets of the Institute and nab some documents along the way. Who's this lady next to you? Some reporter, that's all. Indeed, that is what I am. It's a great honor to meet you, Mr. Crichton. I've heard your name from my colleagues many times before. I'm Cronier, a journalist for the political affairs section of the Steambird. If you have time, could we arrange a time to have a chat? And of course, Ms. Paimon is also welcome to join. I'm very interested in your adventures. Let me see, how does next Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday sound to you guys? Even this Saturday could work. We could go for a cup of coffee. Or how about right now? You guys stay here and chat. I'll go about my work duties. That won't do. I've already reserved today's entire interview schedule for you. Sorry, Mr. Crichton and Paimon. Sorry, Mr. Crichton. Paimon, we'll have to chat another time. That's okay. We've got work to do anyway. We need to escort Mr. Knacker first. I must stress again that I'm just an ordinary researcher now, and I have no further information to give you. Plus, we've also got tedious and meaningless work? Meaningless work? I mean, as long as I'm being paid, but meaningless work? Meaningless work ahead of us. Even if you go ahead and interview me, you won't get any useful information from it. That won't be a problem, Mr. Knacker. All work has its own unique value, and it's our job to uncover it. Don't worry about me. See yourself, then. Let's get going, Crichton. According to the schedule, there's a document we need to get at the Institute's executive office. Hopefully, Konja wasn't called up for some other work. Finally, I've been trying to get into that place forever. Wait, that looks like the other direction. Because it is. Well, good news, I took out everything there, so should be a little easier. You're welcome. This is it here. Hang on a second while I go find Miss Konja.
Whoa, what's in that place? A building floating in the air? Paimon gets it. This must be one of those magical, I only want the second floor, just cut the first floor out buildings that you hear about in stories.
Fontaine Research Institute science is the finest in the world. Was this caused by the accident? Indeed it was. What you're seeing now is the central laboratory of the Fontaine Research Institute. Or should I say, what was once the central laboratory. Mr. Edwin Eastonhouse was once within, trying to develop a field generator using archium. Initial estimates indicated the device could lift an entire block of buildings. My guess is that the experiment didn't turn out so well. Of course, had Mr. Edwin not left 2/3 of the Fontaine Research Institute in ashes, he would have been a shoo-in for the post of next director. And today, the heavy responsibilities that belong to the post of director, including a lifelong stipend and private dwelling, must be borne by the likes of Choiseul and Raimondo.
Paimon wonders just what kind of people Raimondo and Choiseul are.
According to the evaluations of my peers, they are the type who can speak to you for an entire day without saying anything. I want to put that to the test. So is it exceedingly accurate to say that Mr. Choice's talents are irreplaceable? Look, Kaiten, the location of your final review is the former location of the Elaine Guillotine. Did they really just slap on random French words? Guillotine Research Institute, and now the current residence of the Institute. Wait, that is guillotine, right? I'm not insane. Yeah. Yeah, that is guillotine. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Alright. I don't expect this place to last long if it's named after a device that beheaded people. Before the incident, weekly lectures were held there regarding critical projects. Of course, the old administrative functions are still in effect and can handle the final review.
What's that plaza for? There are even seats around it. Is it an amphitheater of some kind?
I have heard colleagues stationed at the Institute speak of this place. That is the sacred ground to Fontanians, the place where Fonta was born. That is the Fontaine Research Institute's academic assembly hall, and is dedicated to the purpose of displaying the fruits of our research, such as the combat-capable artifice dancers, the gramophone, and turbine-powered glider, among others. Previous analyses of Institute assets show that, of the items I mentioned previously, Fonta may be the only scientific achievement that remains legally profitable. I couldn't help but notice their wording contained a few baseless accusations. I'm glad you noticed. In that case, would you mind giving me your opinion of the ongoing criminal activity of selling off research materials from within the Institute? It is absolutely vile, and those involved in the matter ought to be arrested in accordance with the law. Huh. Well then, out of those with access to the Institute's technical assets and the capacity to commit such a crime, who do you believe it was exactly? Could it be possible that it was... It was a criminal. Crichton, let's keep moving. I need to go to a file storage room first and retrieve a survey anchor, which we can use to monitor the strength of the energy flows. It's not far. Let's go. Is it where I've been trying to go? Alele? Oh, hello, Mrs. Conja. The document needs to be filed, and this one rewritten. There's just so much to do. Oh, wait. Oh.
Hip.
Charmaine? Charmaine?
Mr. Necker, you finally come.
We came across a little hiccup on the way. Never mind that. Have you retrieved the survey anchor yet?
I was just about to bring that up with you. I don't know if it was due to the explosion, but the supporting tools that were kept here are all damaged. You should know if you don't use the proper tools to retrieve the anchors, you'll be subject to being struck by high-intensity Arceum energy flows.
Oh, intense energy flow from the Arceum? Got it.
Huh? What I just said was... I didn't...
Relax, sweetie. You were merely speaking the truth. It's not like you offended anyone. What Miss Chalmé said was indeed the truth. I hope that I can say the same for what you shall write. Whenever the truth is placed right before me, I never pretend like it's not there. That would be a mistake. Is that so? Well, it only takes the slightest bit of effort to fixate on something, but it always takes more brainpower to avert your gaze from it.
It's clear they're not having an argument with each other. But why does one still feel like the vibe is even scarier than if they were?
I can think of something almighty, Paimon. Let's deal with the survey anchor first, shall we? You're right. Miss Chalmé, let's go examine the anchor.
Okay then. That said, the area where it's located is still blocked. I'll go ahead and open those ports and unblock it.
You mean it was you? You were preventing that door from being open? Oh. Carton, as I recall, you were an adventurer who came for the recruitment, yes? Well, when assisting our institute in its work, you'll sometimes be required to carry out certain precise operations. I'd like to see your practical capabilities first. Could you please go and help Miss Chalmé operate the energy transfer terminal to clear the area where the survey anchor is of obstructions? I guess I could. So, the review has already begun? You could say that. If you pass the final review, then we'll do a detailed competency assessment for you. After all, everybody excels at different things, and the work they can take on also differs. And so their compensation will differ as well. Oh, how very blunt of you. But you're not wrong.
Ooh, then we've got to show them our worth, Carton.
Just treat this as an early assessment. Miss Chalmé is over there. She'll explain to you how to operate the terminal. Please follow her instructions and unblock the area as soon as you can. I'll be watching you from the side. Actually, I already know how to use terminals quite well, thank you. Thanks to experimentation. No need to talk to Miss Chalmé. Okay. Cipher letter 1. Oh, what was the first one that I read? This is a test text for cipher letters. I haven't thought of any suitable scenarios where this tech can be applied. Considering that the energy transfer terminals and their receiving terminals aren't widespread in Fontaine, use of encrypted images will be limited to within the Fontaine Research Institute. Taylor just loves coming up with such useless inventions. I've already warned him not to vandalize the place. The encrypted images use a special paint that requires an equally special solvent to remove. The formula for the solvent needed to remove the encrypted messages is recorded below. Text below has been removed. Wow, you dum-dum. Excellent work. The lock has been opened. Your abilities to quickly grasp the mechanics and execute are both outstanding, and your value far exceeds the vast majority of those who participate in experiments. I will truthfully report your performance as such.
So what's next? Well, Mrs. Cronier, what's gone into you?
Um, I suddenly feel like I'm gonna throw up. Ugh.
Mrs. Cronier, please drink this medicine. Exposed survey anchors radiate with archaeum energy traces, and the place we are in now has already been affected somewhat. However, this energy level won't leave permanent adverse effects on the body. Just take this medicine and you'll be fine.
Ugh, it tastes terrible. Forget it. I guess this is also a kind of first-hand experience. Kaiten, these two bottles are for you two. Are are for the two of you. Please drink them quickly. I'm feeling fine. Let Paimon drink it. Uh, thanks, but I'm not feeling any discomfort at all.
Paimon neither.
Really? That's really quite interesting. And is completely at odds with the results of the Applications of Archeum Risk Report, 3rd edition. We all should have been affected by the same amount of Archeum energy.
Oh, we're constantly journeying over mountains and seas. We're way stronger than the people you've got working here.
Correction, you can now assume that all of the Fontaine Research Institute staff are now working out in the open, beneath the sun and stars. Your report might consider mentioning the difficult work conditions we are enduring, Miss Cronier. I've been wronged without having been notified in advance. The Steambird won't just let this go. Putting this all aside, you clearly have an extremely strong innate tolerance of the energy flow, Carrington. If so, you are certainly the best candidate to assist the Institute without question. Please approach the storage room and report any dizziness, nausea, itchiness, or any other discomfort you may feel during the process. Hold on there, are you using Carrington as a guinea pig without fulfilling your obligation to inform him of the risks first? It is clearly stated in Institute... Let's see, what is that? ABBR. I don't know. Externally Contracted Employee Agreement, Appendix C. Appendix C-41, which he signed. Prior to being officially employed, the applicant shall be subject to a harmless Archeum energy flow tolerance test, and the Institute has the right to terminate the contract based upon the results of said test. I hate reading text.
Who the heck reads all that?
You chose not to exercise your right to read the text, but each document was clearly marked. Please sign your name after carefully reading the document and making sure there are no mistakes. I actually did kind of read the document, and I honestly was just like, it's fine. Nothing seems like, oh, yeah, no, if you die, we're not liable for any of that. Yay. Well, that's not entirely true. But the disclosure agreement did mention a few things. So, do I remember what those all were? No. Do I really care? No. I don't care. However, seeing as you seem completely unaffected by the energy flow, I believe you may be just the person we're looking for. In any case, let's get down to business. Take 3 steps toward the storage room, then hold still for 30 seconds. 30 seconds? Follow Nacro's series of complicated instructions. I didn't even get to finish reading that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm supposed to stop. And then wait here for 30 seconds.
I've gone this far, but Paimon still doesn't feel anything. Do you feel any discomfort?
Guess so. Ah, my head. It feels like it's gonna explode. I'm feeling the same as always.
Well, that's a relief. Then Paimon was worrying about you. Oh, that's a relief then. Paimon was worrying about how she'd carry you out of here if you were to suddenly pass out. Although we've come all this way and we can't see Knacker or the others anymore, and it doesn't seem like we can hear them either. What do we do next? Paimon knows. Maybe they'll check some sort of box in here and communicate with us through that.
That would be quite handy. Do they even have technology that cool?
We'll find out soon enough. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of cool gadgets they might use to communicate with us.
Karijin, can you hear me?
Oh, so they rely on the technology of shouting really loud.
Shh, I can hear you. I can hear you. Do you guys feel any discomfort? Everything's good. That's great. Please continue on to the survey anchor. You should be able to see it now. Once you retrieve it, it will temporarily fall into a dormant state and stop radiating energy. And then we'll be able to come in. Ahem. Ahem. You know, I just... How do you cough and then say ahem? Like...
Be careful. If you feel uncomfortable, then we'll get out of here.
This seems to be a reference book intended to impartial practical techniques. The book lists a great number of issues that Fontainians are quite unlikely to encounter in their daily lives, and provides rigorously logical solutions to said problems. However, both the title page and the ending contain requests from the author for readers to not do such things in practice. Ooh, a map! Fontaine Research Institute of Kinetic Energy Engineering. Executive Office. Located at the intersection between the Liffey and Fontaine Research Institute of Kinetic Energy Engineering regions. Primarily responsible for the Institute's various administrative tasks. Academic Assembly Hall. A venue for showcasing the products of the Institute's research to the public. The circular design of the exhibition hall allows it to accommodate a larger audience while providing a better view. Central Laboratory. Located in the heart of Fontaine Research Institute of Kinetic Energy Engineering, it has the most advanced instruments in Fontaine. Currently, the primary research undertaken there is related to the experimental field generator. The text that follows is too marred and to be discernible. Dang it. A perfect yesterday. This appears to be a reference book meant to teach common knowledge to people who have yet to come of age. But why is it placed inside the Institute's materials office? Oh, there was a thing on the... You actually managed to retrieve the survey anchor without any instruments. Like it was nothing.
That's amazing. The last time we needed at least 3 of us acting together to retrieve an anchor.
I'm most certain that you're exactly the talent we've been looking for. With your help, all of our work is going to go much more smoothly. Alright, I'll keep it for now. Let's leave this place and report back to the Institute post-haste.
Hang on. Where's Mrs. Cronier? Hammond doesn't see her anywhere. She was feeling nauseous, so she stayed up there to rest. But don't worry, she's already taken her medicine. She just needs a little time. Huh? Miss Cronier, what are you doing here?
A bunch of mecha monsters suddenly showed up outside. They're on my heels, about to storm in. Well, thank you for that. I'll leave it to me.
Look out, Carrington! Over there!
Look alive!
Here!
Hey! You asked for it!
Stay calm. Get in gear. Frost is coming.
Buckle up.
And voila! Let's get this show on the road.
Right now we have heal Lenny. Whew, luckily Kaito was here. These were probably the clockwork mecha that the Institute used before to monitor energy flow, as they're equipped with Arceum energy flow monitoring devices. Although they're now out of control, they're still automatically converged here upon detecting the energy flow of the Arceum from Arceum. Mr. Necker, should the Fontaine Research Institute be held accountable for these out-of-control mecha in the wild? I don't object to that at all. They should be held accountable. Oh? If you truly have a way to have those buried in the ground rise up and speak again. Also, I sincerely suggest that you stay here and rest, Mrs. Cronier. Mr. Choiseul and Ramondo are at the Institute's new site, and they aren't going anywhere. Once you're feeling better, then you can go and interview them. Yeah, you felt so sick you should barely even stand. Don't push yourself too hard. Your health is essential. No, I can't. Interviewing Choiseul is the first step, not the beginning. Is the final step. That's why I'm following Mr. Necker around. I want to experience everything firsthand and get tangible evidence. I have to question Choiseul with evidence in hand. That way he won't be able to beat around the bush like last time. And lo and behold, I've now personally experienced this so-called harmless Arceum energy flow. No? Once I get to the Fontaine Research Institute, I'm definitely going to uncover all of the hidden truths. I truly admire your professionalism, Mrs. Cronier, but are you sure you'll be able to make it the rest of the way there? Don't worry, I'll be right behind you guys. I'm a reporter after all. This seems to be a literary work of fiction, Fantasy Institute. In this book, the entire Fontaine Research Institute was transported to a fantasy world, and many researchers go on adventures together in this other world. There is a note stuck at the end of the text with the following comments written on it. Why do I still have to carry mechanisms and fight monsters even in another world? How is this any different from real life? Is this what counts for popular novels within Institute circles? You might as well write one in which Mr. Edwin travels to another world with his Arceum. Please refrain from placing novels inside the materials office. Also, Mr. Edwin has stated that he has no interest in traveling to other worlds. No interest, though. What about Honkai Star Rail, though?
Guess this'll go into my magic pocket.
Alright. Charmaine? The bag of medicine is also nearly finished. I'll go back and get more from the Institute later. Wait, do we even have any medicine left? Well, Paimon and I didn't take any, right? I thought. On to the next location.
Hup. Hup. Hip.
Marianne Memorial Park.
Wow.
Hup.
Right here. This is the Marianne Memorial Park. Let's see if there are any assets that can be recovered here. This is a park, but it doesn't look like a park at all. When the explosion happened, this place was hit by the first shockwave. Must have been something left around. These materials are still broken. They're just detritus now. Trace personal recording devices. Dancers, yada yada. Oh, oops. Reports. This looks like old copies of the Steambird. Oh, there's something under the storage rooms over there. Huh? Storage storage drums. Right. Alright, there seems to really not be anything of value here. It's time to move on. A researcher who once worked together with Edwin Eastonhouse is now kicking storage drums around in a junk heap. Meanwhile, the Fontaine Research Institute still complains about being short-handed, huh? The way these researchers go about things is truly unfathomable. Everybody's worth is reflected in different ways, and kicking storage drums is my way of doing so these days. But I've heard that prior to Edwin's big screw-up, you had quite some sway in the Institute. Some might even say you were second only to Edwin himself.
You were that powerful?
That no longer means anything. Now, I'm merely someone who was fortunate to survive this project and one of the culprits who turned the central laboratory into what it is today. It's the only information I can offer you, Mrs. Cronier. Well, I believe that was plenty. Let me write down. Huh? Where are my pen and notebook? My whole bag disappeared. I put it right next to the strange-looking mecha just now. Where did they go? You mean the one behind you? Huh? I really hate this woman. She keeps causing
Let's get it
all
on.
of the problems right now.
Stefana! Buckle up! Surprise! Be amazed! Step over here!
Mega monsters, why do they move sometimes and stop moving at others? I fear that anyone could have answered your question is now, well, indisposed. Let's hurry over to the Institute. Karate needs to participate in the thing. Best. Too shallow to dive. No such thing.
Buckle up! Ah!
A round of applause. Now disappear. And now I'll make it all disappear. Just kidding. Step right up. And now I'll make it all disappear. Just kidding. Hip.
Look alive!
And voila! Step right up. Guess this'll go into my magic pocket.
Let's get it on! Hey!
Pair! Getting here!
Ha!
Now disappear!
Huh! Kya! Cha! Ha!
Pair! Getting here! Dead reckoning! Frost is coming! Getting here! Pair! Frost is coming! Pair! Getting here! Pair!
Step on up! Buckle up! Ah!
And now I'll make it all disappear. Just kidding.
I got some treasures. Yeah. Hand your brother over. That heartless rat's betrayed us. The boss is practically frothing at the mouth.
How's that possible? I thought we were all friends.
It's precisely because we were friends and that he could betray us, Blanche. This is how the world works.
but I don't know where he is.
Trying to say you. I don't know either. You really are ley lines. Absolute ley lines.
Ley lines?
Outdated. Ley lines are outdated. Ley lines shall be abandoned. The future belongs to the new tide.
I don't know what you're talking about, but if he did something wrong, let me apologize on his behalf. Just please let me go.
Alright, sure. Let's take a vote.
Take a vote? On what?
Whether or not we should let you go, of course. Do you think the new tide revolves around you? Guileless Wolfhook. Guileless? Guileless. That's right. A vote is necessary when opinions differ. Making arbitrary demands won't cut it. This is also how the world works, Blanche.
Wait!
Wait for what? You're gonna vote for letting the guy go, right? Fine, let's make it 1-0 in your favor. The new tide commands me otherwise. Now it's 1-1. Draw. Staying loyal to your friends is also how the world works. Sorry, Blanche, I'm with the new tide on this one. 1-2. What an extraordinary twist of fate.
You scoundrels, I haven't agreed to anything.
Try to understand the situation, would you, girl? You're just one. And guess what? One is completely useless when it's 2 against 1. Yep, the principle of majority rules is not only how the world works, but also a fundamental part of order. Actually, there is this thing about ninjas and how a group of ninjas is worse than one ninja. And I consider myself a ninja since I do pretty good by myself. Some of my characters are OP by themselves. It's scary. Now you better spit it out. Where is the traitor hiding? Do I get a vote?
And Paimon too.
Oh, hey there, friends. What a coincidence that we should meet here in the wilderness. So, how will you be voting? Hey, wait. Who are you two? Don't act like we're friends. Has no one taught you the most important thing is keeping a respectful distance from other people? You're the one talking about keeping distance when you're the ones bothering others. You've got some nerve. Hey, calm down, little one. You know what? It's pretty cool how you're just floating around. Why not work under me? I'll call you the trendy flyer.
No way! Paimon's friend is way cooler than you. Hey, you're messing Paimon's train of thought up. Let the kid go right this second.
You're not part of my gang, so why should I listen to you? That said, it's 2-2 now, somehow. Hey, Wolfhook, what are you doing? Accepting votes from people we don't even know? Where's the voting button? Someone help me vote for letting the kid go. Quit pestering me. It's no more Mr. Nice Traveler for you. Oh my gosh. Where's the voting button? Now it's 2-3. Another extraordinary twist of fate. Stop, Wolfhook. I thought we were friends. Which side are you on? On the side of majority rule. Or should we let our fists do the talking? On the side of majority rule. The minority must obey the majority, right? This is how the world works. What, seriously? Why did I even come to you for help? Darn it. Hey, trendy flyer, I'll let you win this time, but listen up, girl. Go tell your brother to get in touch with us immediately if he doesn't want to bite it. Hear me? Goodbye, my new voter friends. Bye, Blanche. Oh, and if it's possible, please ask your brother to contact us. Thanks.
Well, they're finally gone. Those two are so weird. Oh, are you okay, kid? I'm fine, thank you. And that floating mist over there. Call me Paimon. This is Kaiten. Thank you. I'm Blanche. You two must be great adventurers then? I'll definitely visit the Adventurers Guild to thank you. But I have more important things to do right now. My brother's gone missing. I need to find him, but once I do, I will go visit you at the Adventurers Guild. Sorry, I need to go. Thank you again. Hey, wait up! She's gone. Why is she in such a hurry? Kaiten, let's help her. It's too dangerous for a kid to be out here alone. What if she can't find her brother?
She doesn't seem to want to involve us.
Must be because she doesn't have money. She knows hiring adventurers costs a lot of more, but those guys won't let her off the hook yet this easily, so we have to help. Carrington, how about Paimon pays your fee? You can take it from Paimon's food fund.
And have you asked the food fund first?
But Paimon did. It said, please use me how you see fit.
I don't remember ever saying that.
Hey, you're not Paimon's food fund. Oh, you're not just that. Paimon will fund your food supply once she gets rich. But first, let's stop making jokes. The girl needs our help.
All right. Staying loyal to your friends is how the world works after all.
Paimon knew it. You were already planning to help, weren't you? Let's hurry up and catch up before she gets too far away. Quick, look, seems like that kid's over there. Oh, the red and the blue birds are together. Hey there, kiddo. Why are you sitting here?
You're the ones from before.
The Carrington and Paimon. Good memory. We're here to help you find your brother. Thank you, but I'm worried that... Don't worry, we won't charge you. We can't just stand idly by when someone needs our help. It's not that. My brother left me some money. I'm just worried that...
Are you worried about your brother being a treasure hoarder? Are you worried that we might be treasure hoarders? Are you worried about your brother being a treasure hoarder?
Yes. You're good people. I can see that. But my brother and those two were... friends. I know being a treasure hoarder isn't an honest job. I don't want to drag you into their business.
I know how you feel. I'm also looking for my family.
Huh? What does this have anything to do with this?
That's why finding your brother should be our first priority.
Yep, we'll find your brother first, and then we'll ask him what happened. See? There's nothing to worry about. We're the ideal people to help you, just like with us. You really are different. I see. Then thank you for your help. Here's what happened. A month or so ago, my brother happened to acquire a potion formula that could be very valuable. It's said to be the work of the Fontaine Research Institute and is known as pure water.
Pure water!
After the institute exploded, many things were scattered in the wilderness, and my brother often roamed around the area. That's how he picked it up.
Came across it by himself?
No, maybe he might have been with a group of people, but my brother must have kept it for himself. And that's why his friends called him a traitor. That's the only reason I can come up with anyway. No wonder those two treasure hoarders were looking for him. But why are all of you here? Are there any leads here? Well, this used to be the backyard of the Fontaine Research Institute, which was home to various plant nurseries. It said that the potioneer who created the pure water once lived here in seclusion to work on it. The formula was written without too much detail or context and contained the names of some raw ingredients, but my brother couldn't understand them. So we came here looking to see if there were any relevant manuscripts left. And then he disappeared. Yeah, from the look of this place, it's been long abandoned with no nurseries in sight. Even this house is empty. Where could my brother have gone? Don't worry, we'll find him. Oh, speaking of which, what's your brother's name, Blanche? It's Tricky Bullfruit. He's one of the Fruity Order's operatives. Huh? That name's a bit of a surprise, but not really. Anyway, let's try calling out to him from here. Come around here. Hey, Tricky Bullfruit, where are you? Tricky Bullfruit, your sister is looking for you. Tricky Bullfruit, squeak if you can hear us. Stop that, Miss Paimon. You might draw the attention of his enemies. Makes sense. Sorry, Paimon forgot that we're not the only ones looking for him. Squeak! Huh? What was that? Did you hear that? Paimon heard something. I heard it.
Me too.
Let's look around. I'm uncertain someone's hiding nearby. Hello? Is someone speaking? Are you hiding in the wine barrel? Apparently not. Hello? Is someone speaking? Are you hiding in the tree trunk? Apparently not.
Hip.
Hello? Is someone speaking? Are you hiding in the mud? Apparently not. Hey, hello? Did someone say something? Are you hiding inside? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, Paimon thinks so too. Seriously. Wait! Who are you? You said something again. Brother? It's my brother's voice. Brother, are you inside?
I'm not anyone's brother. I just borrowed that guy's voice.
What? You're a tricky bullfruit, aren't you? Stop this act right now. Your sister's worried to death.
I told you, it's not me. Come inside and you'll understand. Push the door open, the door pushes back. You were hoping that it would open its heart to you, but the lock rejected you. It's not gonna squeak open. It won't open. Squeak.
Hey, stop acting like a kid. Just hand us the key already.
Doors come in all shapes and sizes. Those that can open have a key, and those that can't go without. Just like the situation you're facing right now. Shall I show you how violence opens all doors? The poor world gave birth to a poor child, and the poor child has learned poor skills. Violence, destruction, conflict. They shall have exceptionally poor effect on me.
Brother, no, my brother wouldn't say such things. You're not my brother. Who are you?
Oh, who's this? What a pure little princess. Even the blue-crowned finch would dance for you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm an apostle of the world of intense purity. I've descended into this darn cabin now, so just call me the cabin of intense purity. As for your brother, that vile man known as Tricky Bullfruit, his vileness is beyond your ken. And upon entering a pure world, the vile one found no escape.
Sorry, what world again? What are you talking about? My brother isn't that kind of person. Wait, he's gone to another world? Do you mean he's dead?
The world has wrapped itself around him, just like resin wraps around a worm. He's merely trapped.
Does another world really exist? What do you think, Creighton? Do you believe that?
You know better than us when it comes to other worlds. It's possible.
Mr. Cabin of Intense Purity, please tell me how I can get my brother back from that world.
I merely know how to lead people there, but I don't know how to guide someone back. In that case, what's your objective? Countless are the wise, but you are the rarest among them. I spoke in haste when there were more important things to do. The person is trapped by the world, and the world is infected by that person, and thus has the pure white path fallen into darkness. Therefore, I cannot embark on the road back home, and instead require your assistance.
Huh? Paimon didn't think the guy we were looking for was such a troublemaker.
But do not forget that to help me is to help yourselves. Once everything is done, I shall accidentally leave a key behind. And you shall unexpectedly obtain said key due to blind chance, of course.
Will that allow me to bring back my brother?
I dare not guarantee your success, but this is the only way to the other side.
What? You can't even guarantee that? Can you at least tell us how we're supposed to help you then? And no bad stuff. We don't do that.
I swear in Purity's name that I have never committed any evil, not from the moment of my birth. I only require a few pure pine cones, They are all I need to repair the contaminated path.
Pure pine cones? Paimon has never heard of those.
They are precious fruit, planted by a potioneer, and can only be found around this cabin. Why are they so effective, you ask? Why, they are the miraculous herbs watered with pure water.
Pure water? Isn't that the potion formula my brother obtained? Now Paimon remembers the potioneer of Fontaine Research Institute. Did he?
That previous potioneer is, indeed, the last lucky soul to have visited the world of purity. If we're talking about the fortune he obtained in that paradise, then it is this thing we call pure water. This cabin I now live in was once his residence.
Oh, so others have been to that world too, have they? Crichton, Paimon was a little skeptical about the truth of his words, but what he said matches what Blanche has told us. The cabin is where the potioneer used to live in seclusion.
I always speak the truth. No judge would ever accuse me of deceit.
Now that we know my brother's whereabouts, I'll definitely find him. But Paimon, Crichton, I don't want you to put you at risk. Don't say things like that. We've already decided to help you, right, Crichton?
Well, in for one Mora, and for the lot. An adventure to another world would be quite interesting.
That's our greatest adventure for ya.
I see. In that case, could you please take this sample test of mine?
What? A test? You didn't say anything about that. Don't you trust us?
After seeing all of you, and especially after witnessing how valiant this blonde knight is, I took the liberty of inwardly labeling you as beyond question. But to be honest, the paradise of purity is no children's playground. If you lack strength, your lives may be in danger. If the princess ceases to be happy, then I shall never be happy either. So please, make a display of sufficient strength, dear knights. It is a power that springs from purity, that it can control the purest source of water in the world. Thus, the people of this world would call it the power of Hydro.
Water is just hydro. That's nothing difficult for Crichton.
I see, you're willing to follow my path. In that case, let us get straight to it. Please observe these simple mechanisms carefully and light them up with the power of Hydro.
All is accounted for. Let's move out.
Amazing, Golden Knight. The tiny machine didn't last a minute against you.
You really are amazing, Crichton. See? Paimon said there was nothing to worry about.
Then please find me pure pine cones. It's a miraculous fruit born of this place. And please do remember that I need a total of 5.
All right, we've got it. Seriously, why do we have to do something as trivial as searching for pine cones?
I apologize, but I lack hands and feet. I'm just a pitiful, lowly little cabin.
Let's split up, Paimon. It'll speed things up. The sooner we find the pine cones, the sooner we'll be able to get to see my brother. I'm heading out first, all right? Don't go too far, Blanche. Don't leave our sight. I know. I'll search over here on the east side.
East. Over this way?
are this big? It must be a pure pinecone, right? 5 of them should be enough.
Rest and rebuild. Think you can get away? Yeah.
No, pinecone.
Oh, this is just an ordinary pinecone. One. I found one. We can do this. Ordinary pinecone. Special pinecone. That's 3, but it doesn't seem like there are any more nearby. Did Blanche pick up the rest? Let's go meet up with her. No, oh. Blanche, how many pine cones have you found? We have found 3 over here. I've only found 1, but I've searched the entire area. We have 3 and Blanche has 1, so that makes 4. 5 minus 4 equals 1? So we only need 1 last pine cone, but there doesn't seem to be any nearby. What should we do?
Should we speak to Cabin about it? Could we substitute it with something else? Should we speak to Cabin about it?
That guy doesn't seem to be that easy to trick.
Hey, you over there. Your savior, the new tide, is here.
What are you doing here again? What happened to maintaining a sense of distance?
Huh. You're looking for those crappy pine cones, right? And you're looking for more, right? Well, I have a rest. You want them?
Wait, how did you know we're looking for the pine cones?
Hey, Trendy Flyer, do you want it or not? You've been following us. You've been eavesdropping. Oh, ley lines, is that the only reason you can think of? Who was it shouting, "Tricky bull fruit," all over the shop, huh? The entire mountain heard you. Even children came over out of curiosity. And I'm one of the 5 great operatives of the Fruity Order. Do I look like a child to you?
Sorry, Blanche. Guess Paimon really did draw the attention of your brother's enemies.
What enemies? I don't have time for this nonsense. I'm here to do business with you. I may not have heard your conversation with the person in the cabin, but since Blanche is also helping him, I'm certain it's connected to bullfruit somehow. Tell me what the person in the cabin said, and I'll give you the rest of the pine cones. It's really simple, isn't it? Or maybe I can take the pine cones from you. Oh, now you're making me angry. I'm one of the 5 great operatives of the Fruity Order. Do I look like a child to you? Would I carry such items with me?
You wouldn't believe us even if we told you. It's not something an ordinary person would understand.
Don't look down on me. Ordinary people would never understand the teachings of the new tide.
Alright then, if you don't mind being scared to death, that cabin isn't human.
What? This concerns another world. Another world?
Hear that? Unbelievable, huh? How could there be another world? Paimon bets that's what you're thinking right now.
Are you kidding me? Why would I think that? The new tide is exactly that.
Wait, the new tide is a world too? Have you been there?
I haven't, but so what? I think it exists. Got a problem with that? You should discard all your ley-line thoughts. Let me tell you this. The order of this world is slipping away, and that's why new worlds are being born. This is also why treasure hoarders are born when there is an imbalance in wealth. Treasure hoarders exist to bring balance back to wealth. The ley lines have contaminated everyone, and so the new tide shall be born. The darkness has contaminated everyone, and so a world of light shall be born. That's how things are. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised even if you told me there are other worlds.
For a person so full of nonsense, you're really good at accepting new things. Anyways, we've told you what you wanted, so it's time to hand over the pine cones.
Hey, we're not done. What about bullfruit? That's what I'm concerned about. We already made our show of goodwill. Don't push it. Then, then let's both take a step back. I'm not interested in the world beyond the new tide. In the worlds beyond the new tide. And I don't want to know anything else either. I only have a single request. When you find that darn bull fruit, tell him to come to me as soon as possible. He knows how to find me. Deal?
No, if you're planning on harming him, then I would rather never find my brother.
Oh, Leylines, you silly girl. We're not the ones hunting your brother. It's someone else. Don't you realize that your brother's life is hanging by a thread right now?
Didn't you say your boss was super mad?
Oh yes, very mad indeed. So mad, in fact, that he's dispatched a very formidable woman named Ruthless Calla.
Ruthless Calla? I've heard her name before, but from my brother. He said that she never fails.
Yes, she's as real as an assassin gets, and the scariest one out of the five great operatives. No matter where Bullfruit goes, she will catch him in the end, and will either cut him in half or skin him alive. She never fails.
And are you helping my brother? I thought he took what you were looking for.
Yes, he betrayed us. Betrayal is despicable, but it's also very cool, isn't it? I've known him for longer than you have, and I know he doesn't take reckless risks. We can't allow him to die until we know how he came up with such a cool idea. I told Wolfhook immediately after I found out. We need to find Bullfruit before that scary woman does. What will your boss think when he finds out? This is also betrayal, isn't it? That's none of your business. We'll deal with it the new tide way. Anyway, think about my proposal. I have nothing to hide.
If what you say is true, then everything looks fine. I was just afraid that you're lying.
Hey, unlike Bullfruit, I'm no liar.
Where did your companion go then? Where is, what's his name, Wolfhook? Did you fire him because he didn't help you last time?
How old are you again, Trinity Flyer? If I could hear you when you were screaming by cabin, surely she could too. She must be nearby. I asked Wolfhook to stand guard in the area. He will not give Bullfruit into her hands. Do you understand now? All right, we'll trust you this one time. That's right. Now, take the pine cones. Remember, if you see him, tell him to come see me at once.
Hey, you just said that you wouldn't carry these things with you.
That was a bluff, of course. What was I gonna do if you attacked me, Trinity Flyer? I mean, you can fly. What if you died from above and messed up my hair?
I don't want to do that, unless you're hiding more in your hair or something.
Stop yapping. She'll be here any minute. Wolfhook and I might be able to stall her for a while, but you shouldn't waste your time here.
Thank you, Zayun Peach. And thank Wolfhook for me. We're off.
Oh, go on. Move it.
Cabin! Hey, Cabin, we have your pure pine cones.
Mr. Cabin, are you there? Knock on the door. That's strange. Why isn't it responding? That guy didn't just leave on his own, right? Hurry over here.
Huh? That sounded like it came from behind the cabin.
Come closer, please, so I can have a look at you. Good look at you.
Hello? Are you the one who said that, Mr. Big Wine Barrel?
I'm not a wine barrel. I'm the crucible of intense purity.
You're obviously a wine barrel. You look nothing like a crucible.
Ah, a princess and 2 knights, I see. Well now, allow me to offer my humble greetings to such pure individuals as your august selves.
Hello, Mr. Crucible. We're here to see Mr. Cabin of Intense Purity. Do you know where he's gone? Where it's gone?
I do. I've always been aware of your troubles, dear princess, and I've been waiting for the pine cones. Cabin has gone ahead, and it will be able to repair the contaminated path with said pine cones.
Oh, so it's another one of you. Your world has quite a few apostles, huh? Anyway, we found the pine cones, but how do we pass them to you?
Push them through the hole above me. It is the path that leads to the world of purity.
And then, Cabin promised to leave us a key. I'm sure it's mentioned that to you, right?
Cabin is a fair and kind person with a good temper. Be it a man, woman, or anyone else, Cabin would never allow anyone to offer a tribute to it. Yet you've done Cabin a great kindness, so why would he refuse to part with a single key?
People of your world are so strange. You're so good with words. Anyway, let's put the pine cones in, Creighton. They should be placed here.
Ah, I've missed this pure taste. Now, allow me to fulfill our pledge. Please get a container from over there and collect the medicine that shall be squeezed from the outlet beneath me. When dusk arrives and the sun goes to sleep, drink the medicine and you shall enter the world of intense purity.
So the medicine squeezed from the pine cones is the key. That really is something. But where's the entrance?
You, Flying Knight, may be a master of many skills, but unfortunately neither hearing nor memory is one of them. The entrance is through the hole above me. I won't repeat myself again.
Hey! It was just a tiny lapse of memory. A tiny one. Never mind that. Let's go get our key, Creighton.
Oh. My bad. I'm getting like Alice in Wonderland vibes again. The liquid pours out of the outlet and quickly fills the container. You have obtained the key. Ooh. Finally, everything has been done perfectly, thanks to you, pure ones. I'm a little reluctant to say goodbye, but even world say farewell sooner or later.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Crucible of Intense Purity, and Mr. Cabin of Intense Purity, who left in advance. Once I find my brother, I hope we can thank you in person again.
It's my greatest honor to hear such moving words from you, pure princess. As such, I must give you some personal advice. The world of purity only welcomes knights. It would be rather unwise for you to go forth into that place, princess. As for reason, forgive me, for I cannot say.
That's a strange rule.
You'll need to think about this carefully. 2 of us will suffice.
But I'm the one who's trying to save my brother, so I should be the one taking the risks. If you go instead of me, I feel awful.
It's right. Even that big crucible said the world welcomes knights. We'll be fine. But it may be more dangerous with you here. With you there.
But
no buts. Ask the big crucible if you're still worried about us.
Crucible? Crucible?
Crucible does not respond. Instead, it stares blankly at the sky. Or perhaps it's staring at the world. Or at you? Who knows? Either way, Crucible offers no response.
Ah, has it left already? Isn't that a little too soon? Fine. Anyway, I'm gonna assure your brother wouldn't want to see you in danger, Blanche. So just wait here for our return, alright? Then, Miss Paimon, do you remember what Mr. Crucible said earlier? Then repeat it for you. It seems to be the only thing I can do. Dusk is the right time. Drink the key, then enter through the hole above Mr. Crucible to arrive at the world my brother is in. As for what to do after that,
you've been amazing, Blanche. Just leave the rest to us.
In that case, let's all get some rest now. I'll do the cooking and pitch the tent. I'm very good at it, you know. My brother loves my cooking.
Blanche's skills are even better than she claimed. She has a nice rest. You have a nice rest nearby. In the blink of an eye, the right time arrives.
Oh, the sun is setting. It's almost time for our grand adventure into another world. I'll wait here for you two. I won't leave until you come back. If you get in trouble like my brother, I'll find someone to rescue you. I know how to post commissions at the Adventurers Guild.
You're so nice, Blanche. You should look for a safe place.
I don't think so, too. There are still treasure hoarders lurking around, after all. No, it doesn't matter if they find me. They want my brother, and only I know where he is, so they won't harm me. Still, you should be careful. I will. I hope that everything goes your way as well. Thanks. What kind of place will we find ourselves in? Everyone's getting excited. Crichton, take the key out and drink it.
Sheep. You pull open the tiny opening and leap inside. Only darkness awaits below. You fall in the darkness until you finally hear a splash. Coldness, dampness, stiffness, and dizziness assault you, but your consciousness begins to drift away. Like ashen coral, you quietly sink into the lifeless depths of the ocean. Some time passes, and then you hear a soft voice. Dun, 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 dun. Might not be what I say, but music notes. Hashtag Barbara.
I'm so dizzy. It feels like she's been sleeping for ages. Oh, it's so dark here. It's so wet. Did we fall into water? Kaiten, are you alright? Paimon's got your hand. It's so cold. Come on, she'll warm it up for you.
Thank you, Paimon. I'm fine.
Have we arrived in the world of intense purity? Why is it so dark and cold and damp in here? It isn't the white, bright, and warm world that Paimon imagined at all.
Dun, 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 dun.
Huh? Is someone singing? Is anyone there?
Hey, Knights, you're finally awake. How was your nap?
Not good. Is this the world of intense purity?
The world of intense purity? You actually believe that? Are you kids? How could there be another world?
This is hilarious. What? We were deceived? Wait, how do you know all of this? Who are you?
Don't you remember my voice? Seriously, we're at least partially acquainted, aren't we? You, Flying Knight, may be a master of many skills, but unfortunately neither hearing nor memory is one of them. Crucible of Intense Purity. Cabin of Intense Purity. I'm the Crucible and the cabin, both. It's always been me. I've been hiding here, hoodwinking folk. Oh, right. The people on the street know me by another name. Tricky Bullfruit.
Tricky Bullfruit? You're Blanche's brother. You're terrible. Where the heck are we?
So we're actually inside the wine barrel. Obviously. Did you really think that you would travel to another world like in those novels? Guess you hydro-controlling folk really are as naive as children. No wonder you're an ingredient for pure water.
What ingredient? You plan to turn us into an ingredient?
You already are. You've been soaking in the barrel for half a day. According to the formula, the power of hydro should have been isolated by now. I wouldn't have been able to mix pure water without the power of hydro you possess. Otherwise, who knows when I'd have been able to restore this formula. Oh, I know you're strong, but you can forget about breaking out of this barrel. After all, you drank the key that I prepared for you. It's actually a drug. You must be feeling absolutely weak right now, huh?
How could you? You sneaky little sneak! And to think we were actually helping Blanche look for you. And now you're gonna treat us like this, just for the formula?
Huh. Stubborn until the end, huh? You can trick my sister, but you can't trick me. I betrayed the boss, and the boss isn't kind enough to spare me. You're the assassins my boss sent after me, right? You may be skilled, but unfortunately your brains are lacking. It's time to become ingredients for my potion. You've misunderstood. The real assassins are still out there. Don't even think about lying your way out of this. My sister is the only person in the world who would lend a helping hand to a stranger without expecting anything in return. That's the greatest flaw in your plan. What we said is true. Blanche will corroborate. Oh,
what we said is true. Blanche will corroborate it. And we even met one of your compatriots. They're the ones who are really hunting you. Wait, where did she go? Was she in cahoots with you? Did she deceive us too?
Don't you insult her. Don't you ever use that word to describe her. She's purer than all of you combined. That silly girl actually jumped in after the two of you. And I even warned her not to come here. Seriously. Luckily, I was watching and I immediately sent her outside. But her body is too weak, so she could still be unconscious right now.
Then you know the answer once she wakes up. We're not really here to hunt you down. Brother, you're back. When did you get back? I missed you so much.
Sis, when did you wake up? You should be resting.
so happy that you're back. I had a dream where you were singing to me, and then I woke up and you were standing before me. I'm so very happy. Carton and Paimon rescued you, didn't they? Where are they?
What? Who are those people?
They're nice people who were helping me. Did, did they get left behind in that world? Did you not see them? How could this...
Don't cry. Have you ever considered that they might have been sent to hunt me down?
Let me down? No way! I met a colleague of yours earlier. They said that someone known as the Ruthless Calla Lily's after you.
Blanche explains how you met. How can this be? She's coming for me? Did I really make a mistake?
Anyway, if Carton and Paimon really have been left behind in that world, then we must rescue them. Blanche, we're over here. Wait, I hear them. Oh, that's great news. Where are you? Are you inside, Mr. Crucible?
Yeah, we're inside, Mr. Crucible. No, there's no Mr. Crucible. Yeah, we're inside, Mr. Crucible.
Are you stuck? Give me a moment. Let me see if I can pull you out from the opening.
Wait, give me a moment. Forgive me. I was wrong. I'll release you immediately.
What are you saying?
Young man with the orange hair quickly pulls you out of the wine barrel and starts explaining everything to his sister.
What? How could you do that?
The evil consider all others to be evil. Yeah, how could you?
I was gonna throw you inside for 3 days and nights. Brother, apologize now or I'll never forgive you.
I'm sorry. Maybe you can vent by hitting me? I won't fight back.
Just do it, Crichton. You really went too far. I truly don't know how to apologize to you.
Really? Perfect.
Give him a good beating. Mess up his hair.
Go on. Don't worry about hitting me too hard. I'll drink some fresh pure water so I'll be able to take quite the beating.
Hey, are you trying to use this as an opportunity to test that potion of yours, you sly fox? Your apology doesn't feel very sincere now.
No, not at all. It's just that if this potion's effects are as legendary as the legends say, then I can make another for you. Is that enough sincerity for you?
Oh, really?
That does sound pretty nice. How much more is it worth? I hear the inferior version of it sells really well in the Fortress of Meripede, so I'm sure the original will definitely sell for even more, Mora. So you betrayed your companions for Mora? I have my reasons. If any of them bother you, you feel free to include those when hitting me. The orange-haired young man walks over to the wine barrel, extracts some of the potion made from his, and then gulps it all down. But if he's a Fontini, he'll die. Hey, wouldn't that stuff be considered our bathwater? Is there bathwater that amazing? Do it. I'm ready. This just feels wrong. Not enough?
Yahoo! Ha!
Seriously?
The wind rises.
I really don't feel like that was what we needed to do, but whatever.
Watching that beating got Paimon's spirits back up, that's for sure. Crichton's hands were icy cold in that wine barrel, and it was all your fault.
Ooh, you really didn't hold back. I'm not complaining, though. I'm praising you. Oh man, my throat. You're really strong.
Come on, brother. Please just stay silent.
So, that's all there is to the pure water? No, something seems to be off. I've tried the inferior version, but this performed even worse than that. Something go wrong with the production?
It feels like Paimon's 100,000 more a payday just became a mere 10,000.
I've compared all the ingredients with the potioneer's manuscript, so there's definitely no problem there. Besides, the ingredient extracted from the two of you, that is...
Don't push the blame on us. How could it be our problem? We're pure enough.
No, that's not what I mean. In the manuscript, that ingredient is known as the power of water, so I thought it meant hydro. So that's why you wanted to test with those hydro mechanisms while you were disguised as the cabin? I'm embarrassed to say that there may be an error in my understanding, but what does the power of water represent? I must figure it out. Have you forgotten that you're still being hunted? It's right, we've accepted your apology. I cannot stop here. I must finish it. I have no other choice.
Paimon doesn't quite get you. Isn't the power of water just the power of water?
Power of water? Only hydro holds power, right? What other kind of power could water hold?
You've told me so many stories, brother. So you must know that in many stories, water itself is power.
Water itself?
That's right. Just like the story about the potioneer when you told me when I was young.
You are young.
The story about obtaining pure water from the world of purity? But wasn't that just a lie?
That's the only part I made up. The rest has been passed down by word or mouth for generations. That said, there was once a handsome but eccentric young man in the Fontaine Research Institute, a prodigy in potions and alchemy. But as the Institute's focus was not on potions or alchemy, and due to his slightly withdrawn and narcissistic tendencies, he was somewhat ostracized. Later on, he came to these mountains to live in seclusion and continue his research, and he invented many miraculous potions. Unfortunately, none of them were preserved because he poured them all into the ground.
He poured them all away?
Yes, that's what the stories say, and that's why he's considered weird. Maybe all geniuses are like that. But there was a turn of events later on, and some say that it was the work of the Hydro Archon, who couldn't bear to see those legendary potions just vanish. As more and more potions were poured there, they gradually formed a small pond. The potioneer was so amazed by the pond's formation that he sat nearby and admired it all day. No one knows if he was indulging in his own masterpiece or his own reflection in that masterpiece of his.
That's so intriguing. What happened next?
After that, the young man would immerse himself in the pond all day. One day, he accidentally slipped into the pond and drowned in his own creation. Sometime later, a little blue and white flower emerged from the center of the pond, its beauty rivaling that of the potioneer.
Oh, that's such a sad story. Wait, a pond with a little flower. Hasn't Paimon seen a place like that before?
Are you serious? I mean, I didn't make this up, but it's still just a legend.
But Paimon really has seen it before. But she can't remember where. Do you remember, Crichton?
In the world of intense purity. I think I remember.
I know. We passed by a small pond like that while gathering the pine cones. There was a little flower at the center of the pond.
Really? That's just a story. Are you sure? I never noticed.
You overlooked all of that because you were focused on targeting us. That's why only Blanche remembers.
It seems I really... Forget it. Shall we head over and take a look? Perhaps the key to the power of water lies in that pond. Great. Hydro Eidolon. And a slime.
time for takeoff.
Monsters, careful!
Brace yourselves.
Sis, get away.
Yeah. Let's play.
One with nature. Behold.
It's finally over.
There were so many monsters. What attracted them?
They might have spawned here, which means that there might be some kind of wonderful power in this area. You see the little flower in the middle of the pond? It's just like in the legends.
It doesn't look that different from an ordinary flower.
But the dewdrops on it are so shiny. They're more beautiful than dew you can find elsewhere. Let's collect some. Dewdrops that have formed by absorbing essence. Maybe that's the truth behind the power of water. Oh. I just thought I already did that.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
I feel the power within these dewdrops just by looking at them. I have a strong feeling now that our next mixture will be a success. Let's go back and give it a try.
Great. 10,000 more now feels like 100,000 more.
I'll start mixing now. Just wait a moment. The orange-haired young man starts working in front of the console, and a smile of joy soon appears on his face. We've done it! We've done it! I don't even need to try it out now. I just know. This is so much better than the rip-offs in the Fortress of Meripede.
Ooh, our work finally paid off.
Great! You're amazing! So are you, Crichton, Paimon.
No, you contributed the most, Blanche.
Yes, if she hadn't remembered the story in the pond.
That's nothing, brother. I remember everything you've ever said.
Thank you, both of you, for not holding a grudge. I made 2 copies of the formula, as I promised, as my apology. Nice, you kept your word. We'll gladly take it. That said, though, we only need 1. There's 1 for you, Blanche.
Why? You can just take some. It's not like I'm going anywhere, right?
No, we can't stay together forever. You have a bright future. That's not something you should waste here. Take the complete formula to the New Fontaine Research Institute. If they don't think it's important enough, then go somewhere further out. Sumeru? Go to the Academia in Sumeru, or Liyue, or even Mondstadt. Someone will appreciate it enough to take you in. You can be like the other girls. You can get a good education in school. It's much better than listening to my tall tales.
Is that why you made the potion?
No, I've heard you say this stuff too many times. I'll go wherever you go. Aren't you going to listen to your brother? Not anymore? No, I don't. Not when you talk about this. I don't want to get mad at you. Please listen to me. I hate it when you try to act like a big brother. Blanche, come back. It's not safe around here.
Boy, there she goes. Looks like you really made her mad this time.
I don't want her to become just like me. I don't want her to become a treasure hoarder. She'll understand one day.
Either way, we have to find her. It's too dangerous out there.
Can I trouble you again to help me find her? I can only trust the 2 of you with this. She's family, isn't she? Why don't you do it yourself? I still need to wrap this potion stuff up. Still thinking about your blasted potions, huh? Paimon's got nothing to say to you.
Crichton, let's go find Blanche.
I fear it's more than that, but okay.
There you are.
sorry, didn't Paimon? He's trying to kick me out again. He's not. He just wants you to live a better life.
Why isn't he here then? Well, he must be upset that I'm always so clingy. But I just want to be with him. What's wrong with that? Well, he's doing this because he loves you. Don't you think he must really regret becoming a treasure hoarder?
But I don't mind. He was already a treasure hoarder when he found me.
When he found you?
He said he saw me crying on the side of the road when he was out scavenging one day, so he took me in. That was before I could speak and remember things. In that case, can't I just become a treasure hoarder too?
Why won't he let me? He's so full of himself.
Treasure hoarder?
Well, maybe.
Anyway, let's go back first so he can stop fretting.
But he's not going to change his mind, is he?
We'll talk to him. You're his family. I'm unsure you can work something out.
I guess so. Thank you both, but please, you have to help me convince him. Don't worry, we will. Wait, do you hear something?
Calla, I must die, right?
Oh no! It's Ruthless Calla!
That's my brother!
We have to save him!
I don't think the boss would send you, Calla. Well, I didn't think you would betray us either, Bullfruit. There are things that I must do. The little brat you found, I assume? How did you know? I've had countless chances to make my move, but I don't kill anyone before I figure out what's going on. Well, now I know everything. So I must die, right? It's good that you're ready to pay the price. You did betray the organization for her sake, after all. Actually, I was going to say, Wolfru made a mistake, sure. But shouldn't we take a vote on this? We should have had a share in the formula that he took. That means we should have a say in this, right? As such, I propose the decision to kill Bullfruit to a vote. After all, the minority must obey the majority, right? Isn't that how the world works? Wolfhook, say something. Don't you live by that rule? Why are you so afraid of her? We're all operatives, aren't we? Having Wolfhook stall me, you may as well have asked a sheep to stop a wolf. Is your new tide just tomfooleries at you and Peach? Hey, leave the new tide out of this. Free order exists to maintain order and balance lost in this world. We must not skip the vote. There's no need to vote. Seriously? Did she beat you, silly? I think Wolfhook understands that my presence represents the opinions of the boss and the rest of the group. Even if the three of us are opposed, it's 3 against several dozen. And yes, in a perfect world, the minority must obey the majority. But there is one more thing, Calla Lily. I've always treated everyone in the order like family, even Bullfruit, even you. Families do not watch one another eye to die, whether at the hands of outsiders or one of our own. Do you mean to say that you're abandoning your own principles? What I'm saying is that when it comes to family, it doesn't matter who's the majority and the minority. Looks like I went too easy on you back when you were pathetically begged for your life. I'll do whatever it takes to stay alive. But now that there are 3 of us, we might stand a chance. Too cool, brother, too cool. Is this your latest principle? No, Bullfruit taught me about this. I've just never applied it until today. So another one wants to die. Well, don't you, Peach? Are you sure? Do you really want to betray the boss? Stop trying to put words in my mouth. I'll explain this to the boss myself. By the way, I'm tired of your arrogance. Also, why don't you think about your name for a moment? Is it a fruit? Are calla lilies fruits? I don't even know how you managed to become one of us. In fact, you're the real traitor. You betrayed us by simply by having that name. I'm going to show you what for. I see that you don't want to live either. Fine. The order's cleanup starts today. See you, Peach. Wolfhook, I'm happy that you still consider me family. But I've been a crook my whole life, and this might be my last day in this world. So please just let me do the right thing for once. Stay out of it. This is my problem, and I should deal with it by myself. That way the boss won't give you any trouble either. Are you out of your mind? This is not the time to try to be cool. Don't worry, I replicated the pure water, so I might stand a chance. If that's really what you want, then I'll support you. Sounds great. If I don't come back, please take care of my sister for me.
Let's see what you've got.
Think you can get away?
Brother, don't fight!
Brace yourselves.
Oh, they're pretty started fighting. Let's go help.
It's my loss. Wait, is this for real? How is she so weak? Did my scolding affect her mentally or something? Am I even that amazing? It is strange. She was way stronger back when she attacked me, but even a child could fight her right now. Tell me the truth, Kelly. Is my potion too strong, or are you just going easy on us?
Isn't it because of Crichton's help?
Even if we consider that, something still doesn't feel right. A loss is a loss. I accept my defeat. The boss won't come for you anymore.
Really?
That's how the boss works. I may not like Kelly, but if the boss sent her, then the boss won't pursue the matter no matter the outcome. Has anybody met the boss? Because what if Kelly is the boss? The Kelly who never fails has failed. Guess we're pretty good, huh, brother? Yeah, you're the best, if that's what you want. Either way, you'd better figure out how we're going to explain this to the boss. Kelly is definitely going to tell on us. Hurry up and ask your new tide for solutions then. I've been counting on it from the beginning, you know. What new tide? I've never seen the new tide. Stop being a kid. Forget it. Let's think about it after we get back. No matter how great she is, she only has a single mouth. But we have two. It's 2 against 1. One is completely useless when it's 2 against 1. Naive idiots. I'm leaving.
Wait, Kelly, singing Peach Wolfhook, I have something for you.
Blanche takes out a handwritten note and hands it over. Huh?
This is the formula for pure water that my brother deciphered. This belongs to all of you, too. He's wronged all of you, so allow me to apologize on his behalf. I hope you can forgive him. He only did it for my sake.
Sis. I see. Listen to your brother from now on, Colonel. If I had a brother too, I might not have turned out like this.
Huh?
Time to go. Take care of your sister, crappy bullfruit. See you, Blanche. Bye, bullfruit. And goodbye to the 2 of you as well.
It's finally over, right? Whew.
No, there's still my sister.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
You've got to talk, even if you're siblings.
Come on, you two. Crichton is right. It's always super important to talk stuff out.
We have a long conversations every day, too. Paimon's got to touch base with her food fund, after all.
Hey, just let Paimon have this, would you? Then alright. I'll consider what my brother has to say, but I just don't want to be separated from him.
We won't truly be apart. Indeed, we'll never truly be apart. It's just that you will experience many things while growing up, and we've all got to learn to live independently.
Fine, but then you've got to teach me.
Of course. I'll stay with you until you can stand on your own 2 feet.
It's a deal then. Alright, so what do you plan to do now?
I haven't figured that out yet. Anyway, step 1 is to send a copy of the formula to the New Fontaine Research Institute. It can be considered their inheritance, after all. I might try my luck at the Fortress of Meripede after that. Pure water sells quite well over there. I mean, regardless of what Blanche decides to do. One simply can't do without Mora. The clock's ticking. It's time for us to leave.
Are we in that much of a hurry?
I wanted to cook for Crichton and Paimon. It's alright. We'll meet again.
Alright. If you're too busy, I'll write up the Adventurers Guild, so don't forget to pick it up. We will. Safe travels. Farewell, Crichton. See you, Paimon, and safe travels to you, too. Whew. Gotta say, Paimon does feel a bit sad to see him go, but we've done something very meaningful, huh? Paimon's suddenly filled with confidence toward our future journeys, in fact.
Sort of confidence.
You thought of your family just now, right? It was written all over your face. You'll definitely find her, and that's what Paimon's confident in. You should have confidence in it, too. When we see her, Paimon will help you talk her around. After all, she only has a single mouth, and we have 2. It's 2 against 1. Remember a new tide, and that one is completely useless when it's 2 against 1?
Don't pick up that nonsense. You truly are the trendy flyer.
A trendy flyer? Paimon's cheering you on, come on! Anyway, take this. It's Paimon's food funds. Paimon promised to pay the commission fees. Remember? Paimon's super trustworthy, huh? What's with that expression? Too embarrassed to say thank you, Paimon? That's gotta be it. Paimon heard it, though. That's right. You said thank you, Paimon, in your heart, didn't you? In which case, you're welcome. Just don't forget to put more Mora in our food fund from now on, alright?
Yet another C6 unit. Equotuku. Complete the fruity order in Blanche's story. A perfect day today. The day that has passed cannot stay.